What if I told you that
Lazy people have lied to you your whole life.
and now you are brainwashed? Have I got your attention? You've probably heard people say, you need to cut back on things to save money to get ahead. That's a lie. That is one of the laziest things I have ever heard, and I'm going to explain why this is a lie, why it's a fallacy. But to do that, we're going to dive into a little bit of psyche. We're going to demotivate you and then remotivate you. I'm going to break you down and build you up, just like the army, baby. That's what they do best. Oh yeah, we're going deep on this one. Okay, a few things first before we break down the lie. Let's touch base on how lucky we are to live in these countries where we have capitalism and we have options and we can make money, and it's all up to us to do this. We live in this golden age of opportunity where anything's possible. We're not restricted back. We truly do have freedom when it comes down to the crux of things. So let's break down this fallacy. So to break down this fallacy, we need to understand a certain thing. We are in probably the best point so far in human history where anything is possible for us to do and achieve. So let's look at two different things. We're going to have a look at preferences versus decisions. So firstly, let's have a look at preferences. So preferences are, I would prefer not to smoke cigarettes. I would prefer to have $10,000 saved in my bank account. I would prefer to go to a holiday overseas as opposed to a holiday in my same country. Preferences. These are lifestyle preferences that you make, that you would prefer to do than the other. Decisions, on the other hand, is where you put your mind to something and then you action it, and there is no other way it could go. If you say, I have decided to quit cigarettes, you don't just keep smoking cigarettes. You don't just go buy another pack and say,
yeah, well, I prefer not to smoke cigarettes, but it's a great idea.
But not right now. A decision is when you actually have the rubber hit the road and you make that happen. When we look at decisions, there are only two things to factor. It is what is important to me and what should my focus be. So what is important to you? Is it having a good income? Is that important to you? Is it being able to spend the weekends with family? Is that important to you? Is it being able to drink a carton of beers at the local football stadium each Sunday afternoon? Is that important to you? And focus is probably the key aspect here. This is the most important thing on the decision-making process. What should you focus on? So these two things you have complete control over. No one else has control over this. What's important to you? What should you focus on? That is entirely up to you, and these are the most important things for you to understand, these lies and brainwashing that you've been told. So when people say you need to cut back to get ahead to save money, that is lazy. Why is that lazy? That is lazy because that is the easiest thing for them to do. They don't have to do anything to cut back. If we're looking at cutting back, and as well, I don't go out on the weekends anymore. I just stay in the comfort of my own home and I just watch Netflix in my little safety bubble, my enclosure. Staying in to watch Netflix. That is easy to do as opposed to getting out there and exploring the great wide world and socializing and doing things and making plans and making things happen. Staying in and watching Netflix, that's pretty reasonable. Don't need to worry about it. Just turn the phone off and away we go in our little quiet bubble. Not going on a holiday, not buying things, cutting back on your food, rationing your food, spending time to look, how much can I cut my shopping budget down? Not going on a holiday, there's a finite point. It says, okay, well, I just don't go on a holiday, and that's it. You've hit the brick wall. No holiday. Cutting back on food, there's only so far you can cut back on your budget for food before you literally will
Starve to death.
You need to eat. There's only so much you can cut down on your food expenditure
before you die.
Okay? It is a diminishing return. You starve to death. Do you get this? So you need to cut back on things to get ahead. That is the wrong focus. You need to make a decision to get ahead. Your focus should not be on cutting back. Your focus should be on how can I earn more to improve your life. Cutting back is only a finite amount. Earning more, infinite. You can earn as much as you can in this world, but there's only so much you currently earn right now, and that's all you can cut back by. You're just spending all this mental energy, all this focus on how can I cut back? How can I stretch this penny further? You're wasting all your mental energy on that. Next year, you're going to be in the same spot. The year after, in the same spot. The year after that, guess what? The same spot. If you change your focus to how can I earn more as opposed to how can I cut back, that's where you get ahead. So decision time. Are you going to keep your focus the same on trying to stretch the pennies and stay in your little hobbit hole and watch that next season of Stranger Things and it's all going to be okay, we'll just stay in here? Or are you going to change your focus, make a decision to change your focus? There is no other way this pans out. It is, I change my focus. I do not stretch and scrimp and save and just focus on that. I focus my energy moving forwards to increase my income. So next year, I don't have to scrimp and save. And the year after that, I don't have to scrimp and save. Are you going to change your future by changing your focus? Okay, me and you, let's run through this quickly now. So, is your preference next year not to starve to death? Or are you making a decision with me right now not to starve to death next year? Which one do you want to do? Good. We've made a decision not to starve to death. Anyone who said, yeah, my preference is not to starve to death, but you know, if it happens, it happens. Stop. Stop. Okay, let's do another one. I always come back to this as an example. So how many hours right now do you waste, absolutely waste, just watching movies, watching television, scrolling TikTok? Oh, look at that dog, isn't that funny? Oh, look at that. And before you know it, you've lost 4 hours just looking at dogs on TikTok. How many hours per week or per month do you waste doing that? Do you think your focus should be on how much time can I waste watching stupid shit? Or should your focus be on, I need to spend my time better, more effectively, more efficiently, that actually benefits me moving forwards, instead of just staying in the same spot in my little happy hobbit's den or my little quiet bubble? You should be focused on moving ahead. So let's make that pact now. Instead of focusing on wasting your time, you're going to focus on getting yourself ahead, because that's what should be important. Oh man, we literally waste so much time in society these days. There's people just stuck in front of screens, hours and hours and hours, just watching that new season of that new show. And then this is scary, guys. So each year that goes by and you're not focusing to make change and improve your life, and you're just stuck there in that little social media bubble, just doing the exact same thing, watching the same videos, just kind of regurgitated slightly, scrolling through the same crap. A year passes by and then it's the same thing again. And then a year passes by and it's the same thing again, and you're still in the same spot. And that should be scary to use, because these things are designed to waste your time, steal your attention, drain your focus away from what's actually important and what you should be doing, which is moving forward. You're stuck in a time loop. Until you break out and figure out what's important and what your focus should be, make the decision to start making a change in your life by cutting out this time wasting stuff and focusing on making more money for yourself. How can I do that? My entire channel is about delivery driving, guys. If you want to do a different side hustle, do a different side hustle. If you want to get a second job, get a second job. The thing is, focus on what is important. If you were stuck in the same rut and not doing something to make a difference, it's Groundhog Day, baby. Groundhog Day, year after year after year. So lazy people, they say, yo, just cut back. And that's easy for them to do, because they don't need to put themselves out there, make a change, make a decision, and push themselves ahead. Instead, they can just kind of sit there and just scale back a couple of things, and it's really easy to do. You don't need to think too much about it. Don't be lazy. The focus should be on earning more. How can I get ahead? What can I do right now that's wasting my time? What can I change in them things to make a better decision with better focus and pick things that are more important to me to get ahead? So lazy people, cut back. People who are not lazy and have that focus will do things to move themselves forward. So don't be lazy, guys. That's all I'm getting here. Don't be lazy. Don't listen to lazy people, because otherwise you're stuck in that time loop. You're just doing the same thing year after year. Nothing will ever change. And look, guys, I know a lot of people like to watch motivational videos and get that really good feeling at the end of that. Feel all bright and happy and super positive and, oh golly, the world's such a great place. Guys, that's not me. I'm a School of Hard Knocks guy. the thing is, no one's going to make change except for you in your life, okay? You need to make change for yourself. No one's going to do it for you. Everyone's too busy just watching Netflix these days to even fix their own lives, let alone fix yours, okay? So you need to make the change yourself. It is on you. I'm just here saying it is you. You are responsible. You are accountable. So it is you who can do this. I'm just the wake-up call, guys. I'm just guys sitting here talking to you right now saying this is the idea. You've been brainwashed. Wake up from the brainwashing. Start making action. Make decisions to make action. Figure out what is important to you and go for it. Spend some time to go sit down to figure out what you should be focusing on right now to get ahead in your life. Is it getting an extra job? Is it doing a side hustle or a side gig? Is it getting a promotion at work? How can you get that promotion at work? What should you be focusing on at work to get that promotion? Is it family that's important to you? Should you be spending more time with your family? If that's your focus, figure out how can I spend more time with my family. Life is a game of problem solving, guys, so start solving problems, stop watching Netflix. But that's all for today, guys. I hope I woke a couple of people up, or at least disturbed their slumber and started to, shake their shoulders like, hey buddy, wake up, wake up, wake up. There's a whole wide world out there. Just gotta stay with me, baby. Come on. Woo! So, guys, if you got something out of this, make sure you smash the like and subscribe button. And until next time, peace out.
This is my turn.